Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're back with Deck, and today we're playing some more Satisfactory on our experimental alternate megabase series, which we're getting very close to the end of. Last episode, all the way over yonder, you can just see them, the manufacturers over there. We got 16 of them making our crystal oscillators, and there has been some time passed between episodes. If I just go and show you how many has built up while I've been faffing about building the foundation and also bringing another line of coal in, just so you know, where I'd got unused coal over here, there's actually 2 normal nodes there which give me a full belt, and then there's 2 more there if I need more coal. But yeah, we've got plenty of oscillators now, and we are going to see, we should have the research finished by now because I had to build, I don't think you can see it from over here. I had to build in fact I might run out and show you because it was quite the feat. Yes, you can just see it in the background over there. Let's get rid of the text. We've got an elevator system over there, just for the coal. Let's zoom it right in. Look at that background, isn't that beautiful? But yeah, we've got coal coming up over there, and then that joins up with the sulfur and comes in this way, because why not? We should have finished the research. Hopefully this unlocks radars. Yes.
These particular quartz-based crystal oscillators are optimal for limited radar technology. R&D has provided a new milestone in Tier 5 with a derived building.
Reveals an area around itself on the map. The area grows over time to a max. Placing the tower higher up increases the max area revealed. We need beacons to get this properly, so I don't think we're going to bother with this yet. Maybe today we do beacons. Do we do beacons first, or do we do the black powder? Let's do black powder, because I've got that essentially ready to go. And yes, there is one assembler down there. I've sorted the placement out already. I will tell you, it does clip very, very slightly through the I thought I'd got rid of the trees. 1 minute. I knew I'd forget one of them. It clips very slightly through the floor here. There are a couple of stones, but I have already tried placing a assembler on top of it. It really doesn't affect the assembler, so I'm not that worried about it. It's only this little stone, because this one is on our walk-around path, which would have been a problem. But yeah. Assembler. Does it go that way? I think it goes that way. Overlaps at the front and there's a gap at the back. Yeah. It's no problem, as you can see. Well, we might as well set that one up for black powder. Let me just go down to the depths below and chop this tree out. Genuinely thought I'd already done this. Ooh, get rid of it. There we go. Now, will my jetpack actually get me back up from here? It'll be close, right? Oopsie-daisy. Come on. Go, 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 go. Just beautiful. So let's have a look at the maths first before we get into it. I've already worked it out, but just to explain, because it is kind of a tutorial series nowadays on how to do things. Yeah, all these machines are fully loaded now and just churning them out. Everything's backed up. It's wonderful, and they're not going anywhere else. So yeah. So actually, let me get power in first, because I hate it when it says no power. Over the front, and in you go, and there we go. So we've got one line 450 coal coming in and one Mark IV belt of sulfur coming in. So 450 divided by 7.5 means we can do 60 machines, which is just hilarious because we're not doing that. Our limiting factor here is the sulfur. Obviously 450 divided by 15 is the 30 that we're used to. So we're going to have 30 machines making 7.5 black powder each. To get this to a full Mark IV belt, which I don't think we're going to need, we'd need to bring another line of sulfur in. And really, black powder, we're not going to need that much of it. So we're going to build 30 machines making black powder. That is today's job. And like I say, it's going to be quite easy because I've already got this set up for the most part. And that'll be 2. This should already work out. And 3. And we'll only count one side. 4. The lag is getting much, much worse. It used to just be a split second, now it's quite a while. What's that, 5? Yep, losing count already. GG. 6, 7, and wrong. 8, 9. Come on. 10. Like I say, this should already be measured out, but just to prove it, 11, 12, 13, 14, and there is 15. I'm going to need more doodars. And by doodars, I mean modular frames, which we can go back and get in a minute. I might as well get the power lines in while I'm going back down that way anyway. Trying to be more efficient, because that's what the entire game is based around. I am trying to put off supercomputers because it seems like it's going to be a nightmare and it's going to give me loads of homework, so we might as well get to that soon, I guess, but it is the end of the game, basically, when we get there, so why rush it? And then we'll see how much more resources I'm missing and what I've got to go and do for homework. And there you go, and in you go. What have we got? A few more? I put that power pole in the wrong side, didn't I? Yeah, because I like them on this side of it, the input side, so my actual power line coming down from the main part is in the wrong place. You know what? Because it's the last one, I don't normally do it like this, I normally go the other way around, but let's just get rid of you, and get rid of you, and hook you. Come on. It's not got a connection. You're being lied to, game. Oh, my bad. It has got a connection. I'm lying to you. There we go. Let's go and get some more modular frames. I believe I'll need some more rotors as well. It will take a bit of second. And away we go. Modular frames all the way over here. I told you I'd got decent at that. That should be enough. In fact, we might as well just take 2 stacks now, hadn't we? And it's already full. And another stack of rotors should be all we need, I hope. It's alright, my chains aren't sitting right. That's why I keep shaking my arm, in case you're wondering. And we can just take this belt back up to where we need to be. Look at all the oscillators coming in. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Whoop. And whoop. I think I may have these loop round the back, just try and keep it tidier at the front, maybe. And we've got why did I do it like that? That's not meant to be there, and also we're not doing constructors, we're doing assemblers. So we've got line 2, line 1 gap. So you will actually go there. Line 2, line 1 gap. Yep, it still works out good. And then we've got the one line in the middle where it's all going to merge up and form half of a Mark IV belt for us. Really? You're not going to snap to the other side? That's fair enough. I guess if I'd got the mergers in the middle, it would do. And obviously it's becoming night already. Beautiful. I do pick some good times to do this. Why did the first ones not lock, but these ones are locking? I don't get it. It's not a problem, but it does make me wonder. It just helps me line things up when they both snap. Come on, he says, and then tremors everywhere. Good. And good. Beautiful. We have got to take that one out at the end. It doesn't live there. We don't want it to live there because it's not in the right place, and it will actually be in the way of our wires. Not wires, conveyor belts. So if you can just get lost, thanks them. And let's finish up. I do hope that stone doesn't cause problems for our belts. It shouldn't do. It might do. One, two. Well, really, it'd need to turn here. Ah, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? 1, 2. It's going to have to go there instead then. Because then that's going to lead into the turn down this way. Yeah, that's fine. Fair enough. We'll leave it like that. Thank you, lag spike. Didn't want you. Not what I intended to do. That's what I intended to do. And can we have you facing the right way, please? And we'll do it from this side. Then we'll go and get in all the recipes and start making us some black powder. We're getting there. Very, very nearly getting there. I'm definitely over 120 hours just by the way now on one base. I know people have done bases in less time and whatever, but it's all been part of the same learning curve. This is the same playthrough that I started when the early access weekend came out, and we've built up from there. I've really not wanted to start another base because we're set in our ways with this one, and I'm quite used to it. And if I was to do another playthrough, I'd do it completely differently now that I know things not to do, like put goddamn screws on the bus. Don't do it. It does look cool, but don't do it. And you come across to... Why have I done that one? There. Should be in the middle, like so. That's what we want. And you go there, and there, and there, and there. Good. I still want to bring the sky rail across this way. I'm just trying to think about how I'd like to do it. I'll deal with that at some point, and it'll be an off-camera thing. I'm not going to make you guys watch me build paths all the way around everywhere. There's just no need for it. Oh yeah, if we want more of this, we need another line of sulfur coming in. And within our range, there is only the two that I've hooked up already, I think. I assume there'll be a pure one somewhere. So we can actually do all of these, but I don't think we're going to need it. That's probably one I've already got. Yep. That's the other one that I've already got. And we can't find any more. That's another reason for getting the radars up and running, to see if it does actually show us where resources are on the map, because I just don't know. Did another one ping then? Oh, we did have another one ping. What? All the way over there? Are you insane? I've got no roads that go out that way. That would be an absolute nightmare to do. I could do it. I don't think I want to. Not going to lie. I don't think I want to. That one did do it, didn't it? I pressed E rather quickly. I thought it had cancelled it off before it had clicked. It did not. Never mind. Come on. And yeah, we're going to do the same style conveyor belts we did for the last one. We're going to loop it round the back, and we're going to have the staggered approach so that it doesn't intersect with each other, because we don't want belts overlapping anymore. It's not how we do things, not in this base. We'll sort those out in a minute. Right, splitters are going there to start with. Can we get at an angle so this is even easier? Yes, we can. Good, and there we go. Come on, one back. Oh, the line's there, I just couldn't see it. It is a bit awkward sometimes. You get used to it, like, but it's just a little bit awkward. Come on, there we go. There we go. We're making it. Oh, now that I didn't consider. So we've got line 1, and we're going to need, excuse me, line 2 and walk round space. Really? I probably assumed that I was going to do it a different way. We can still have the walk round one, it only intersects a little tiny bit. Admittedly, Mr. Chainsaw is going to have to come back out. That tree's not in the way, good, I've not got to cut that out. I think we've defiled Mother Nature enough by now. And let's just get this belt in, so I know what we're doing. 1, 2, and you come across this way. We might as well drop an anchor point in the middle, and 1, 2, there we go. You are in the completely wrong place, and actually that stone's not going to be in the way now. Come on, game. Have your paddy. There we go. And that's where we need to be. So rinse and repeat. Get all this in around this side. There we go. Easy enough. We've done this a million times now. I don't even know which resource this is bringing in yet. I've not decided. It really makes no difference. Although it would have been better if I'd have had sulfur on top, because if I do ever decide to build a second floor, I ran out of cables. If I do ever decide to build a second floor, I mean, it's not going to be a problem, but I can get a splitter and then have the ladders going up. I've also still not used the paint gun to show you what the base looks like when it's all red and black. Oh, we missed that one. Made it. Stuck the landing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're okay for everything else. Yes. It'd actually be quicker, amusingly, for me to go onto the sky rail, get a bit of speed, and then fly back across. Just as an FYI. But we'll do this way. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, didn't mean to jump on this one. Don't love that. Let me off. All the different colours, because we've been so used to like normal earthy neutrally colours, and now we've just got bright purple. It's brilliant. And 2 more. Class 1, you go in normally. 1, 2. I should know by now that it goes on that line. We might as well connect these all the way up, all the way around. I should have enough encased industrial beams on me to do this build. At least I hope I have. We've got a fun one next. We've got beacons. But they don't actually use a massive amount of resources. It's just the fact that they use 4. And that's another thing, that once the container is full, we're not going to be using a continuous amount of resources. So it doesn't actually bother me where I pull the resources from. So like I say, same as the oscillators, once they've filled up, they're not really going to be used for anything. Not unless there's an update. I'd rather there not be an update before I finish, because I do actually want to call this series a day now and move on to Subnautica, which I still haven't bought. Tell you what though, oh, stupid, and this is why we leave them empty until we've finished. I did go and buy the Hunt, is it the Wild Hunt or whatever it is? The hunting game. Toxic Time Waster plays it. I absolutely love it. I only spent an hour or so on it last night, but I got proper into it. It's one of them games where I looked at the time and it's like, Jesus, what? Admittedly, my first hunt seemed quite good. I ended up getting, I don't know if this is good by the way, just to me it seemed good from a newbie's perspective. I got a fair few deer, I think it was 4. Handful of rabbits, just because they were there. 2 grizzly black bears, one of which actually said mythical. It had a number 8 on it. I don't know if that's like some sort of special animal that I found, but I damn sure made well that I found that one, because it did run off. I didn't one-shot it. What else did I kill? I couldn't find any of the coyotes. They kept giving me warning whistles, but I couldn't find them. I'm not the most patient of people. If I saw something, I shot it, and then I was patient trying to find the body. Because I always try and make sure that I get a good shot. I'm sure that's what all hunters do like, but yeah, I enjoyed the game. It's probably worth having a look at Toxic Time Wasters playthroughs of it, if you want to see what it's actually like. Where do we have it? Over there for the oscillators. Nope. That was a pathetic jump. I don't want to land on the belt. Because of that, I'm pressing everything wrong. For God's sake, it's quicker to just walk over there. So that goes there. Fair enough. And you start a little bit out. Fair enough. I think we're going to have our first one about here then. Well, actually, no. You're going to be able to reach, so 1, 2, let's go there. And actually, there, and then we'll drop you to 1 high there, And that one's going to come to there. Come on, lag. Thank you. I don't know why it spun me all the way around, but anyway. You go there. So then you should slot straight into that. And you should slot straight into that. And from here on out, we want to get all of our things in. I do still do one between every machine. It's the pattern that I've become accustomed to. Just in case I do mess the splitters up somehow. I've only got to remove a small portion about them. And that's in the wrong place. And that's in the wrong place. Third time's the charm. There we go. Come on, this is meant to be a nice quick build today. We're on 20 minutes already. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? I've actually had a rather fun day recording. Did a Slay the Spire Let's Daily. Okay, I don't know why you'd be wondering, like, but anyway. Did the Slay the Spire Let's Daily. Went well. We got a win. Yeah, we got a win. I did an Ascension run. Didn't quite work out how I want it. You don't know which order I'm recording these in, by the way, so you can't guess. I had one that didn't go quite well. And then we had something that just went absolutely stupid. And I mean ridiculously stupid. It was fun, put it that way. Anyway, let's get these in. Enough of spoiling potential videos. I don't even know. If you watch my Slay the Spire videos, are you watching Satisfactory? Or vice versa? If you watch my Satisfactory videos, are you watching Slay the Spire? It would be nice to know if people are enjoying content in general, or are people watching for specific games? Because I'm fairly new to this, I'm fairly sure I can get away with asking questions like that, because it's just good information to know. Are you watching just because it's me doing it, or are you watching because of the video, the actual things that it is? And one there, and it did throw me for a second then. No, no, no. Right. This is why it's easier on these dudes. So, did it always clip it? Oh, we're in the wrong place, that's why. And this should... See, it works here. It didn't work yesterday for the doodars. You know what, I want to get this belt running all the way around first, and it's actually going to be nicer for me to start from the other side, because that's how I tend to do it. And come here. Let's go all the way back round. Admittedly, these do look a slight bit too close. Didn't I have a spell where I did it between every power pole? That might be where I'm getting it from. So I don't remember using this many stackers for the builds. Nah, it's fine. I did want the base to be somewhat symmetrical. I say symmetrical, using the same design ideas and principles, but I'm at a point where it really doesn't matter anymore. If I've done it this way, I will have done it this way at some point. Whether or not I do it now is a different matter, but it's how we're doing this one, so... Anyway. In you go, in you go. I swear to God, we better have enough encased industrial beams. I think we do. Because really we've not got to use much more once we've done this long belt. Seems to be a fairly nice routine we've got into there. Oh, screwed it. Right at the end. And voila. So, we've just got to get these hooked up. Oh, I've got to do the mergers in the middle, yeah. And you will go on that line and go there and... Excuse me. Come in and in. This is why it's loads easier on assemblers, just because of this little grid in front. There we go, and... in and in. And these should all work out in the same place just because of where the previous belt works. Works? Sits, even. And there, and in, and in. I'm actually more worried that I'm going to run out of steel rods. Pipes, whatever they are nowadays. I can't remember. In we go. It's been a while since we've had to do anything in particular with them, so... And there you go. Nice and efficient. Good. And in you go. Yeah, the kink in the belt is a bit weird. It's fine. It might actually be better doing this in reverse. Having the taller one on the inside and then the outer ones Further to the floor? Closer to the floor? Further to the floor. That makes sense, doesn't it? It's not something I've tested, but this is how I've been doing the base, so I don't know. And then we might not get the weird kinks. The line will be there. I bet that actually works out better, doesn't it? In the grand scheme of things, it makes literally no difference. So long as the resource gets into this machine, I don't really think it matters that much. And that one. There we go. In you go. Down you go. It's alright, we've only got one more side to do. You've got one more side of me saying, there we go, in you go, down we go. Whoop. I am massively in front with recording this as well. Massively. We're more than a week in front now. I'm just loving the game that much. I say that and then I say I want it to finish. It's only because I've been doing it for so long. If you think I've got to have nearly 100 episodes worth of this by now. 100 episodes? That's like 3 months worth of playing this. Has this game been out 3 months already? Or very nearly 3 months? I don't actually remember the release date. 3 months? That seems too long. It can't be 3 months, right? Anybody, how long's the game been out? Missed that one. I should really know. I was waiting for the thingy date. Although, it did come out at the same time as 2 Point Hospital. And, no. That's clipping. It came out at the same time as 2 Point Hospital DLC, and I finished that ages ago. But that was only like 30-something episodes, I think. Can't remember. I've slept since then. I'm not going to have enough encased industrial beams. I've got to do the mergers down the middle. Fine, I'll go and get some more. Oh, you gave me a snapping line that time. Why can't you do that for all of them? That worked out brilliantly. It was probably because I was dragging it along the floor. But it does just prove my point that that line on the conveyor belts is always lined up with it, which I think is a brilliant little feature in case you've not noticed it before. That line right there, that black dividing line, and then that should generally be perfectly straight. Yeah. Wonderful. And I am actually going to hook these products up before I go and get more encased industrial beams so they can start making while I'm running back. So what are we doing next episode, being as though we've nearly finished this episode? We are going to be doing our beacons next time. And then the time after that, we'll be doing Nobilisk. Not looked at the figures for that yet. I'm hoping it's going to work out well, although I probably should look at the figures before I do beacons, just so I know how many I need to be making. Although they use that little resources, I think we can make a nice even number, and then if we need more, I'll just have to make some more, right? Love it when it does that. And that's not sarcasm, I genuinely love it. Makes it loads easier lining them up. And there we go. Come on. There's no reason to get this finicky about it. They are virtually straight. I can't tell the difference myself. If you can, then apologies, but it's near as damn it straight. Did not mean to right click there. That's another feature that I never remember about. If you right click when you build him, it brings up the build menu. Just in case you didn't know. It's not one that I tend to use all that often, but it's there if you need it. And come on. What we got? 3 more? 3 more. Very nearly done with me rambling. And in you go. Come on. There we go. Love it. Now, this one isn't actually on the line. I don't know why. It's rare that that happens, but I have seen it before where the belt doesn't line up with it. I assume it means I've got a stacker in the wrong place or something somewhere. But never mind. And slap you in and slap you in. And then let's stand on top of this so I can get both of them without the line being in the way. And in you go. Right, before we see the machine working, let's go and get a few more encased industrial beams so we can get our mergers in. Excuse me. Get the mergers in, and then we need to bring this back to a... No, we don't need to bring this back to a chest. We don't want black powder being stored because there is no reason for it. It's going to go straight into the next facility. Ow. To which I might actually plan it so that we've got the Nobelisk in the middle and the beacons the far side of it. So then it can all marry up in the middle. And you need to be coming this way. Let's get that right before we get there. Listen to the machines working. Really? No way. I hate everything. That's why it wasn't lined up. I did say I didn't think it seemed right that it was like that. And obviously, this is in the way, this is in the way, and these are going to be in the wrong place now. This is why I do the things between like that. Anyway, let's just slap this one back down because I evidently screwed that one up. That's better. And we'll try this one again. So you want to go there, and in, and you want to go, this one will be on the line. So that's another way you can tell if it's not all marrying up right. Like I say, I did think it was weird. I did say that I think something must be screwed up. Anyway, back to merging it up. I don't think that one's facing the right way. Anyway. Probably should get the mergers in first, thinking about it, so that gives me some guidelines to snap to. A plan for the future, I guess. Although starting off with the belt going out of the factory is a bit weird. It's lovely listening to all those little machines churning away. There we go. Last two, and then we've just got to hook the belts up on the way down. In you go, in you go. Have we got any black powder coming out of these ones? No. Resources aren't making it this far down yet. It's fine. Oh, they've just started. They're getting there. We've got more than enough resources in to saturate all of this, so I'm not worried about it. I was just wondering where they'd got to. There's still no black powder as of yet. That one may make some. No? Surely. There we go. We've started. Black powder is being made. And in we go. So, we've essentially finished this episode now. Next episode, we are going to be doing beacons. I am going to plan the space out between these to get the Nobelisk creation in the middle. Although I don't have to. I could just stack the outputs from both of these and take them in. No then, we'll do beacons next episode, and it's going to be right next to this. And the episode after that, we're going to make the Nobelisk, and then we're going to go out. I'm going to unlock the radars. I'm going to unlock the assault rifle. I think I might actually build one of the cars as well, so we can test all the new things in one go. And then we're just going to go out somewhere that I've not been before. And we're going to place radars down at my furthest most outposts to see if they actually uncover stuff. And then we can come back and we can get into the final stages of this series, which is building the supercomputers up. Like I say, I'm dreading it because I know for a fact I'm not going to have enough resources coming in. I know for a fact I've not got enough resources. But we will deal with that when we get to that stage. So where do I want this coming out? Try again, sunshine. Hopefully that's the only one that I screwed up there. And these should already be backing up. Yeah, this really isn't going to take long. Well, if we have a look at our beacons. In fact, we can do the maths for those now, can't we? We've only just gone past time. Beacon. I don't know if there's alternate recipes for these, but, you know, it's fine. IC wire. Pointless Ventures Incorporated presents the Resource Tunnel. I don't know what that is, but it looks dead cool. Something on Reddit, Satisfactory, because I've started using Reddit now apparently. And yes, I've never been on Reddit before. So, iron plates. We've got a full belt of 450 coming in from somewhere. I know we've got a full belt because we're barely using it. That's 20 machines. Fair enough. Iron rods. 450 divided by that. That's 60. Fair enough. Wire. How many lanes have I actually got free for wire? That lag is ridiculous. It does... Actually... I can just pull it off from them splitting lanes, can't I? Because this is another thing. Once it's done creating, it's not going to keep creating. So all these lines of wire will actually be... Is this one for stitched iron plates? It is for stitched iron plates. I do think it's going to be easiest to just pull it off from here and go across. So, should we say 2 lines? We basically need... our limiting factor at the minute is 20 machines, and that's from the iron plates. I could make more, but I don't really think we need more. Don't switch off phone. So yeah, 20 machines. If we're pulling 2 lines in, how many would 1 line get me? Obviously not enough, although we need 2 lines. So that'd be 900 divided by 112.5. That's only 8 machines. 8 times 7.5. That's going to be our limiting factor. We're going to leave that there. 2 lines of wire. Because that'll give me 8 machines, which will actually give me 1 per second of beacons. That's a nice round number. We've got 2 lines of cable, but if we're just bringing the 1 across from before, that's 30 machines. So, we only need 8 machines for beacons. That is going to be relatively simple to do. We just need to get the resources across this side, which I also think is going to be relatively simple to do. Yeah, and then we can get beacons being made all the time. Not that we're going to need beacons much anymore, because I'm not placing down any things, but we need them to make the nobelisks. So yeah, I think that is a good place to leave this episode. Let's just have you coming out to... there. For some unknown reason. And you can go up 1, just because I don't really want it on the floor. I didn't have these on the floor, did I? No, they went up. There's actually no reason for them to go up twice, is there? Seems a bit silly, doesn't it? No, they do need to go up twice. Don't go back and start playing with stuff that you've already sorted out, you madman. Yeah, that's actually a decent length episode for once. We've not gone mega overtime, only about 10 minutes, which is quite a lot when you think about a 30-minute episode. It's a good third overtime. Either way, that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more of them. That, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!